Rihanna changed all of human history. What? Rihanna changed all of human history. Obviously, not just Rihanna, but she's like a good example to use other like very popular musicians as well, and music producers and rappers and singers and whatever. They've changed all of human history. Rihanna has changed all of human history, and people like Rihanna, they have changed all of human history. What am I getting at? What do you mean by this? That Rihanna has changed all of human history? What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you being dumb? What do you mean? What are you getting at? Rihanna has changed all of human history. What are you getting at? Just what I'm getting at is, do you know about something called the domino effect? Or the domino effect. You got like, or maybe I should like kind of, I don't know if I can use something as to kind of illustrate this. Maybe I can just get like a few things. Here we are, got a few things here. Rihanna has changed all of human history, and other like popular musicians like Rihanna, all of these famous rappers, singers and everything, they've changed all of human history. Do you know that? What am I getting at? Shall I tell you how? First of all, do you know something called the domino effect? Very important. Something small, like a small thing has a massive impact, has like just because of this small like sort of like this small thing, I don't know, it could be anything. There's like something like maybe perhaps like if we're thinking about like in terms of time, like you go back, I don't know, in time and stuff, and you go to the dinosaur era and you kill like a bug, and you come back to the modern day, everything's different. Why is that? It's because of like it's like everything's sort of like everything's kind of like sort of like a row of dominoes basically. It's one thing, one variable, changing just one variable alters everything. I'll give you like an example. Here's like, this is like, these aren't actual dominoes. They're just like things I just pulled from my little tray. Anyway, you hit that, you hit one thing. That was kind of like a bad example. Maybe I should do it like this. You hit one thing, and the other ones fall. You get it? Try that again. There we go. You hit one thing, and the other ones fall. It's like all the other, like if these were actual dominoes, like you would see like a long row of dominoes collapsing in like a very nice little pattern. Anyway, everything is sort of like especially our history, especially human history is like kind of like a stack of dominoes. Like you hit one thing, and then it creates like a massive chain reaction, and everything else changes as well. Rihanna has changed all of human history. Not just Rihanna, all these other popular musicians, rappers, singers, they have literally changed all of human history because of something called the domino effect. Their music, like a lot of us wouldn't know, like, what am I getting at? How has Rihanna changed all of human history? Are you being dumb? Her music is like a domino. It has a massive domino effect. Think about like the amount of people that have been influenced by Rihanna's music. Like her music changed these like billions of people's brain chemistry, how they feel and their emotions and everything have been changed because of Rihanna's music. And not just Rihanna, Michael Jackson, Drake, all these other popular musicians and rappers and singers, their music has impacted like the emotions and feelings and brain chemistry of billions and cajillions of people. And think about the ramifications of that. They have literally, like Rihanna has changed all of human history. She has altered our timeline forever with her music, and so has Drake and these other popular musicians and singers. Because think about it, billions of people have been affected by their songs. Like all the feelings, emotions, and brain chemistry of these billions of people have been changed because of Rihanna's music, because of Drake's songs, and blah blah blah, and these other musicians' songs and stuff. These other popular musicians that I don't really want to waste time on. You know, there's a ton of like popular singers, rappers, Rihanna and Drake, and so these are just easy to use examples, but they have altered all of our history through their music and stuff like that. It's very insane once you start to think about it, and a lot of you will be like, what are you getting at? How is that the case? Because of the domino effect. What is the domino effect? You know, you got like, you know, it's in the name, domino. You get that like one small thing creates a massive chain reaction. Like one little thing, like in this case, like pushing one domino creates like the other dominoes start to fall down. It has a massive chain reaction. Something so you would think that it would be something that's so insignificant and not important, like that can create like such a massive chain reaction. Basically, hitting one domino, you would not think that would be very significant, but it has like a chain reaction. The other dominoes start to fall down as well. That's just like Rihanna's music. You would think that, oh, well, Rihanna's music, she's just a musician, she's just a singer, she just makes songs and she just makes people, I don't know, happy and stuff. How's that going to change all of human history? Think about it. All these billions of people that have been listening to her music, their brain chemistry has been altered, their emotions and feelings have been changed because of her music. Their lives are going to be slightly different because of her music. Because, you know, like think about it. Like, there are people that have been listening to her music and stuff. Their feelings, emotions, the way they behave is going to be different. Who they meet is going to be different. The time, like the domino effect is going to be so huge. The chain reaction because of Rihanna's music. Like in terms of like festivals and music festivals, like because of Rihanna's music, people are going to be coming together and maybe perhaps getting into relationships and romancing and maybe getting married later on and having children. The types of people that are going to be born are going to be so different because of Rihanna's music. That's so insane to think about. Like in the future, like Rihanna, literally, she's causing like she created like such a massive chain reaction. I don't know, the domino effect of her music is going to be colossal. Do you know that? Because of her music, like different types of people are going to come together and make babies. There's going to be new people, like because of her music, like there are going to be different people in the future now because of her music, because of the chain reaction, because of the domino effect, because of, like in festivals and music festivals, blah blah blah, different like types of people are going to come together and listen to her music, and then they're going to get romancing and making babies and get married maybe later on and stuff, all because of her music. And because of her music, like these new different types of people are going to be born, all because of her music. New types of people, that's going to have a colossal domino effect. Obviously, it's not just in terms of like what new, like in terms of people and people getting together and making babies. It's not just because of that. Like also the domino effect, like everything's different. Like these small things, like even like you spending like a couple minutes listening to her songs, that has a massive domino effect. That has like all of these little small things start to add up. Because, you know, instead of like, you could have been doing something else with your life instead of listening to her music. You could have been, maybe you could have got hit by a car. Like, this is kind of very interesting because you spent like 4 minutes, you're just in your bed, maybe, I don't know, you got your phone and stuff and you're listening to Rihanna's songs or Drake's songs or these other popular musician songs, you know, but you know, in some other alternate timeline, maybe you didn't have this type of luxury and you just, instead of like lying down in bed, you just got up early and you thought to yourself, maybe I could just go for a jog right now and stuff, and you did that. But you were trying to cross the road and you got hit by a bus. And so you're dead in this alternate timeline. See, these little small things add up. The time you spent listening to Rihanna's music, that time could have been put somewhere else, and that could have had it could have altered your life in so many other ways and stuff. Rihanna, she literally sucked your time away and stuff. I don't know, and she caused you to live your life differently and stuff. It's so insane. You don't really think it's very significant, like spending a couple minutes listening to Rihanna's songs, that's not significant, but it does add up. These small things start to add up massively. You spending like a couple 4 minutes, maybe you might not think that's very important. I'm spending 4 minutes. Think about like in the grand scheme of things, those 4 minutes, you could have been doing something else. You could have been in those 4 minutes, you could have been hit by a bus. The 4 minutes that you spent listening to Rihanna's music, you could have been hit by a bus. You could have been, anything could have happened to you in those 4 minutes. But you chose to spend those 4 minutes listening to Rihanna's music. The domino effect is colossal, it's massive, right? The chain reaction is huge. Again, domino effect, it's in the name, dominoes. Just kind of carefully stack these little things up. Domino effect. A small variable can, changing one, like one thing, one small thing, one variable, a massive chain reaction. One small thing that you wouldn't think is very significant, like pushing one domino, you wouldn't think that's very significant. That's like a massive chain reaction. It's the chain reaction that you have to think about. I remember The Simpsons, you know, Homer is like, I vaguely remember this episode of The Simpsons. Homer, he went back in time and he squashed a bug in the dinosaur era and he came back to his modern time, and everything was different. Like instead of humans, because like this small thing, like him crushing the bug in the dinosaur era, it changed like the evolutionary history of mankind. And as human beings, we evolved like lizard tongues because Homer crushed, like not us human beings, but the creatures that are in the Simpsons universe. Are the Simpsons are the people in this, like those yellow people in the Simpsons, are they human beings? I don't know. They could be aliens, who knows? But Homer, he went back in time. He crushed this bug and he went back to the present day in his time in that cartoon series, blah blah blah. And people like the yellow people in that show had lizard tongues. They didn't have regular tongues. They had lizard tongues because Homer went back in time and he crushed the bug, and that changed like the evolutionary history of the Simpsons people and stuff. Their evolutionary history. They didn't evolve regular human-like tongues, they evolved like lizard-like tongues because Homer went back in time and he changed this small thing. He crushed a bug, which you would assume that's not very significant, but it did add up. All of these little small things added up, and the yellow people in Homer's universe and in the franchise, in the Simpsons series and stuff, they didn't have regular tongues anymore. They had lizard tongues because Homer, he went back in time, he crushed a bug, and that had a massive chain reaction. Because again, the domino effect. So important to think about that. Like you would not think that small things would mean anything at all in the grand scheme of things and stuff. These small things like, oh, I'm spending 4 minutes listening to Rihanna's music videos, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, however long her music videos are, spending a little bit of time watching her music videos and stuff and listening to her songs. You would not think that would add up in any dramatic way. It does. Think about billions of people spending their time listening to her music. How the hell is that not going to have an impact? She literally altered all of human history. I'm not even kidding. Different types of people are going to be born now because of her music, because in music festivals people are listening to her music, dancing to her music. Different types of people are going to come together because of her music and make babies and stuff, and that's we're going to have different types of people born now because of her music. Literally, it's so insane. The domino effect is that's what this is about, right? Rihanna's music, you would not think is very significant. Oh, spending a couple minutes watching her videos and listening to her music and songs and stuff, that's not significant. It is significant. All these small things add up in a dramatic way. Billions of people spending their time listening to her songs and you listen to her music and watching her videos and stuff like that. How is that not going to add up in any dramatic way? It is going to add up in a very, very dramatic way. All of human history is now going to be completely different. Different types of people are going to be born. Everything's in our future is going to be different because of Rihanna and her songs and her music career and whatever. Not just Rihanna, Drake, all these other popular musicians as well. All these popular musicians, they've altered all of our history, and it's so insane. Nobody realizes and notices this. Because the domino effect, you would not think that a wait. Damn, sorry. You would not think that a small thing like pushing one domino would have any type of dramatic impact or any type of meaningful effect, but it does. As pushing one single small domino, it creates this massive chain reaction and the other dominoes start to fall down. Rihanna, because of the domino effect, she has altered all of human history. Insane to think about that. Think about the domino effect. All these small things start to add up. Pushing one domino, the other ones start to fall down. One small. You would not think that one small variable can create a massive effect and is going to be important, but it is. The domino effect. Pushing one domino causes the other ones to all fall down. Homer went back in time, crushed a small bug. You would not think that's significant, but all of the history of the Simpsons, the Simpsons people, they start to develop lizard tongues instead of regular tongues because Homer went back and changed one small thing. The domino effect is super important to know about. Rihanna, bring it back to our world, our timeline and stuff, our history. Rihanna has changed all of human history because of the domino effect. Think about it, billions of people spending their time listening to her music, her songs. That's all these small things that you would not think are important are going to add up very dramatically. Different new types of people are going to be born now because of Rihanna's music and songs and stuff, her music and her musical career. Different types of people are going to be born because in the typically festivals, songs are playing, different types of people come together and they make babies. Rihanna, her music is going to cause different types of people to come together and make babies, and that now we're going to have a new generation of people that Rihanna has caused to come about. It's kind of insane to think about that. Different types of people are going to be born because of her music. All these small things are going to add up. Typically, it's these small things that add up. It's so important to understand this. The domino effect is so colossal. Rihanna has changed all of human history. Not just Rihanna, these other popular musicians, Drake, other popular singers like her and Drake and blah blah blah. They have changed all of human history. So insane that nobody seems to notice this. Nobody seems to notice this. That Rihanna has changed all of human history. All of human history is now going to be different because of her music and songs. Think about it. Billions of people have been impacted by her music. Billions of people, their behavior, feelings, emotions, brain chemistry has changed because because of Rihanna's music and her songs and stuff, and what she's did with her musical career and stuff. Billions of people have been affected by her, and that's so insane. Their behavior, their lives have been affected by Rihanna's music. How they like feel and stuff, how they behave, who they meet and stuff. All of this has been impacted by Rihanna's music and stuff. That's so insane. She has literally altered and changed all of human history forever. Nobody seems to notice this at all. Not just Rihanna. She's just like a good example to use. Other musicians and singers and rappers and blah blah blah, they have altered all of human history because of the domino effect. These small things. You would not think that spending a couple minutes watching Rihanna's songs, listening to her music videos, that's not significant. Just like, you know, when Homer went back in time, he crushed a small bug. He thought that wasn't very significant, but, you know, the domino effect started to add, like, these small things start to add up. And then he went back to, like, the present time, and, like, his family had, like, lizard tongues, and everyone around him had lizard tongues, because he went back and he did this small thing that changed all of, like, his history. Likewise with us, like Rihanna, these rappers, musicians, they literally change all of human history. It's so insane. Different types of people get born. These small things, okay, you spending a couple minutes watching her songs, you know, in those couple minutes, you could have went outside and you could have been hit by a bus, you could have died. Rihanna could have saved your life. Just you spending like those couple minutes listening to her song, in those couple of minutes, you could have been going outside and getting hit by a bus or getting killed or stabbed, or something else could have happened to you in those couple of minutes. These small things, you don't think they're very significant, but like a lot of us are just so dumb and ignorant. We don't realize how like how powerful the domino effect is. Pushing one domino, it's not very significant, but it has, the chain reaction is quite huge. It's colossal. Rihanna has changed all of human history. Her music has affected the minds, the brain chemistry, the feelings, the emotions, the behavior of literally billions of people. That's going to add up in a very dramatic way. That has to have some type of impact on our timeline in a colossal way. I would say Rihanna is as influential. Like her music career has changed human history in the same way that the Nazis have changed human history. What do I mean by that? Like, you know, the Nazis, they changed like the politics of Europe, and they caused a lot of wars to happen and stuff like that. Rihanna, her music career has changed human history in the same way as the Nazis have changed human history and stuff like that. That's that dramatic. She has literally that dramatic. Think about it. Billions of people have been affected by her music. There are billions of people, their feelings, emotions, and behavior has been affected by Rihanna's music. They have changed the way they act and live and behave because of Rihanna's music. All these little small things, the domino effect applies massively here, right? You would spending a couple minutes watching Rihanna's song, watching her videos and listening to her songs, that's not significant. Just like when Homer went back in time, crushed a little bug, and he went back and everyone had lizard tongues. You know, these small things, you would not think they're very significant, but they are. Everything starts to add up. Everything starts to add up. Everything adds up. These small things start to add up in a dramatic way. Think about it. Billions of people have been affected. Their feelings, emotions, their behaviors, all of it has been like Rihanna, like she has affected the feelings, emotions, and behavior. And so she's changed in all of this, and she's affected like the feelings, again, emotions, behavior, blah, 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 brain chemistry of billions of people. That's going to mean something. That has to mean something. That has to mean something. Not just Rihanna, other musicians as well. Did they affect the feelings, emotions, and behaviors of billions of people? It has to mean something. That's not just, it cannot just mean nothing. Again, yeah, Rihanna has changed all of human history, right? That is true because of the domino effect. All these small things are going to add up in a dramatic way, pushing you. You would not think it's very significant. You just push one domino, it's not very significant, but you know, the other domino, it has a massive chain reaction. Likewise, Rihanna's music is going to have like a colossal chain reaction. Her music has like literally, it has affected the feelings, emotions, and brain chemistry of billions of people. That's going to add up in a very dramatic way. I would say Rihanna has changed human history in the same way that the Nazis have changed human history. You know, the Nazis, they caused the two major world wars, I would assume. Maybe not the First World War, definitely the second one, I don't know. But they were responsible for a lot of problems, and they changed like the politics of Europe forever and stuff. Rihanna is like the Nazis in this type of way, that Rihanna has changed all of human history the same way that the Nazis have changed all of human history. The domino effect is so important to understand. Again, you would not think it's very significant. Rihanna, she just makes music and she makes songs and stuff. How's that important? How's that significant? Because her music and songs affect the emotions and feelings and behavior of billions of people. That's going to add up in a very, very dramatic way. It has to mean something in a very dramatic way. The domino effect. People are going to live their lives differently, like because of her songs and stuff and her music. Different types of people are going to come together and make babies and stuff. And she's caused like different types of people to be born now. There's going to be like because of her songs, like people are going to meet and make babies and stuff like that, and festivals and stuff. Like different types of people are going to be born now because of her songs. Like if you imagine, like Rihanna has changed all of human history the same way that the Nazis have changed all of human history. This is so important to understand the domino effect. You would not think it's like pushing one domino is very significant, but it is. It causes a massive chain reaction. Likewise, Rihanna's music and her songs have affected the feelings, emotions, behaviors of billions of people. That's going to add up in a very dramatic way. Like Rihanna has literally changed all of human history. I'm not even kidding. In the same way that the Nazis have changed all of human history. Not just Rihanna, obviously, she's just an easy to use example. These other musicians as well, maybe Kanye West as well, I don't know, these other musicians, rappers, singers, they have changed all of human history. And that's so, nobody seems to be paying attention and stuff. It's kind of insane. I don't know, it's something for you to think about though, right?